and myself videoing.
Landon Daniels, and this is my persuasive speech. Serena Williams, Tom Brady, Michael Phelps. All three of these have earned the respective term of the greatest of all time for what they've done in their sport. When we think about the NBA, there are two names that come to mind as the greatest of all time: LeBron James and Michael Jordan. According to Phil Thompson, on March 22nd, 2019, a survey was out about who the greatest of all time was. 66% of the votes went to Michael. LeBron got 10.4%, Larry Bird got 4%, and Wilt Chamberlain got 3.5%. There has been much debate over who the greatest of all time basketball player is, and today I hope you will see why LeBron should be considered the greatest over Michael Jordan. One of the most talked about differences is the amount of championships they have. Michael has 6, and LeBron has 3. If championships are the only thing that want to be looked at, Bill Russell should be considered the greatest of all time. Bill Russell went 11-1 in championship games. So if we only want to look at that, then it should be Bill Russell. But if we take a look deeper into the finals and look at their opponents, we might see something else. If we look at net efficiency, which according to Chris Webber in 2015 is the differential between how many points a team scores versus how much they allow. A positive net efficiency indicates that a team is scoring more points than their opponents. So if we look at the teams that Michael played against, which the gold represents a win and the gray represents a loss. So for Michael, in 91, the Lakers had a 1.0, the Jazz a 1.6, the Suns a 1.7, Supersonics and the Jazz at 2.7, and the Blazers at 2.9. Now if we compare that to LeBron, whose worst net efficiency was a 4.6, that's double than what Michael ever played against, and the greatest he ever had was a 7.0, which is almost triple what Michael ever played against. And I also want to look at two specific times that LeBron lost in the finals, the Spurs in 2014 and the Warriors in 2015. Both of the MVPs from that game, from those series, the Spurs, Kawhi Leonard, and the Warriors, Andre Iguodala, both of them were the primary defenders on LeBron James. So the MVP was decided not by who the best player was, but who could stop LeBron. In today's game, the athletes are also stronger, faster, and more athletic than they were during Michael's times. Nutrition has also become an important factor in today's game. According to Forbes magazine and Lee Steinberg, LeBron spends more than $1.5 million annually on his nutrition. If championships are the only thing that matter to people, then Bill Russell should be considered the greatest of all time. If the case is that we don't want to just look at championships, we want to look at accolades and their numbers. According to the Land of Basketball, which holds all the numbers from every NBA season, during the playoffs, LeBron has scored over 1,000 more points, 1,000 more rebounds, 600 more assists, 50 more steals, and 80 more blocks. He shot a better percentage by 0.04%, and they both have the same three-point percentage. Michael has a better free throw percentage. During the regular season, LeBron has scored more points, rebounds, assists, and blocks, and he has a better field goal percentage by 0.07. He also has a better three-point percentage by 2%. Michael played in 15 seasons. LeBron has just finished his 16th. LeBron has 1 extra All-Star game. Michael has 5 season MVPs. LeBron has 4. Both have won the Finals MVP. Each year they won the championship. And LeBron has 2 more All-NBA first teams, 4 more All-NBA teams. Jordan has 4 more defensive first teams and 3 more All-Defensive teams. If championships aren't the only thing that matters, it would seem from the numbers that LeBron has the edge on Michael. If statistics and averages don't change your mind, what if we looked at what happens to their team after each player left? When Michael left the Bulls and decided to go to the major leagues, the Bulls lost 2 more games than they had the previous year. When LeBron decided to leave Cleveland in 2009 and enter free agency, the Cavs had a terrible record. In 2009, when his last year, they had an All-NBA best of 61 wins and 21 losses. The following year, the Cavs had a record of 19 wins and 63 losses, and earning them the first pick in the draft the next year. In the 4 years while LeBron was gone, the Cavs had an overall record of 97 wins and 215 losses. A similar effect happened when he left the Heat in 2014. Before LeBron got to the Heat, they had an overall record of 47 wins and 35 losses. When LeBron got to Miami in 2010, they had a record of 58 wins and 24 losses, and were the number one seed in the Eastern playoffs. The Heat were the number one seed in the Eastern playoffs every year while LeBron was there. During the 2013-14 season, the Heat had a 54-win and 24-loss record, the last year LeBron was in Miami. The following year, the Heat had a record of 37 wins and 45 losses, a swing of 17 wins. Not as dramatic as the Cavs in 2010, but still a noticeable amount. The records and numbers clearly indicate whose presence was more valuable to their team. There will always be a debate over who the greatest player is, LeBron or Michael. From today, looking at the number, the accolades, and the records of what happened to their old teams, it shows who the better basketball player is. If championships are your best debate for Michael over LeBron, then neither should be in the topic. If we look at overall basketball player, it appears LeBron has the edge. I hope from this talk you will think more about who the greatest basketball player of all time is. When Michael walked away from the sport, people talked about how they would never see someone like him again. Today, we talk about how we might never see an athlete and a basketball player like LeBron James.
And myself.